Hello, I'm Georgina Bisbee, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can unblock a sink naturally using some ingredients that you've probably already got at home. So we've had a slow draining, slightly stinky sink going on for a few weeks now, and I've been periodically getting one of these out and giving a little bit of a poke to it. It's satisfying in that it's removed those bits of gunk that I can see at the surface, but obviously I know there's lots more going further down that sink that I haven't touched and I won't reach with this. So I want to get rid of it once and for all, or certainly for the moment. And I don't particularly want to use really harsh caustic chemicals and drain cleaners if I don't have to. Thankfully, there is a much easier way though. If you've got some baking soda and some vinegar in your cupboard and a cup and a kettle, then you can do it in a very short amount of time. So step number one is to pour some boiling water down your drain, which will just give it an initial clear out. Step number two is to take half a cup of baking soda and then pour this down your sink as well. Now, our sink has already started to smell just from pouring that boiling water down. So once you've left that for 10 minutes to do its thing, then we're going to add some vinegar. So you just need to pour yourself half a cup of vinegar. Whoa. I'm going to put that in the sink to avoid making a mess. Now, some people say to use a cup of vinegar and a cup of baking soda. I prefer to use half a cup first time round. And then if it doesn't completely resolve the problem, you can actually repeat the process again. I found this to be more effective than pouring everything down there in the first instance. Of course, you could use a whole cup each time round, but then you're going to get through a lot of product. I don't know how much space you have to store all this vinegar and baking soda, so that's my preferred method. So now get ready for it. You're going to hear a lot of fizzing, and that's the reaction between the vinegar and the baking soda. I'm going to pour it down and let's see what happens. So what you can hear now is that chemical reaction occurring, which is creating a gas, which is basically removing all that debris from down the pipes that's clinging onto the edges. Some people at this stage like to replace the plug in the sink to contain that reaction. Other people are a bit more cautious about doing this because they're worried about the impact once they take it off. I'm going to leave it because I've always found it effective doing it without doing that, but if that's your preferred method and you're comfortable doing that, of course you can. So now we're going to go away and leave that for 15 minutes to do its thing, and then we're going to come back in a moment and complete the process by pouring some boiling water down there. So now we're ready for the next stage, which is to pour that boiling kettle of water down there to clean all that through. Now instantly, as I pour that down there now, it smells absolutely fine. There's no bad odours coming out there like there was the first time I did this. But just as a final stage to make sure we really clear all of that through, I'm just going to leave the hot tap running for about 5 minutes. So there we go, that was a really quick, simple way of getting the drain smelling fresh and clean inside. Hopefully you'll agree that that's definitely worth a try before you go down the route of using a harsh chemical like a drain cleaner. Now I would even say if that didn't work the first time, I would definitely repeat it a couple of times and you may well get the desired results the longer you persevere. But the thing that I think a lot of people don't realise about drain cleaners necessarily is they are really, really harsh. They're based on harsh chemicals. If you use them according to the instructions, then they're quite safe, but I think people often don't pay enough attention to the instructions. They've actually got some pretty strong warnings about their dangers on there. And if you are going to go down that route, if you're really convinced that that's the best thing to do, then I would just say be very, very careful to stand away when you do it and don't ever put your face over the drain, because if a chemical reaction happens, that's when you can get hurt. But I always prefer to go for the natural solution first, and usually I find it's quite effective. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up as ever, and please think about subscribing to my channel. If you're new around here, I post regular content about home improvement and home hacks and tips in general. So I'd love to see you again, but bye bye for now, and thank you for watching.